So we're going to be taping an ankle today. A couple of things before we tape. First is, if you've got sensitive skin or if you're in environments where you're particularly sweaty, something like an under tape spray can be really beneficial. Other thing that can be beneficial with sensitive skin is your Fix-A-Mole under wrap. Or you can just buy tape with an acrylic adhesive, that's another option. Try to go with the tape which is a Rayon, or some brands call them Viscous tape, not a cotton tape. Just let that dry quickly. So the tape we're using today is just a Leukoplast tape. Plenty of other decent brands on the market. Now, the main thing we're aiming to do with this ankle tape is to take the pressure off the ligaments on the side of the ankle. So it is important during this tape that we keep the ankle up and in a neutral position or slightly everted. But we'll be aiming just to keep that foot up in that dorsal flex position. We're going to be starting off by applying an anchor. We're going to stick the tape behind, following the contours of the calf. So that will be different for everyone. Keeping that foot up for me. We're then going to be sticking it on the inside or the medial aspect and coming around, foot in a neutral position, and tear off where we need it. Now, you don't need to be super tight with how you're playing it on the outside, but we are trying to bias a little bit more tension on the outside of the ankle. We're going to overlap roughly by about half each time. I'm going to put about 2 strips on and then anchor that on. We're now going to go into some figure 6s. Now you can do this both directions. We're just going to be running it around, so the 6 is going to be coming across on this lateral aspect to try to keep that foot everted. Now you can run this the whole way down from your anchor at the top, or you can actually just anchor this further down. This sticks pretty good to itself with tape, so you know, either option is fine. It sort of depends a little bit on the contours of your ankle and how easily you can get that to go around. If you've got an ankle that's a little bit harder contour wise, starting it lower down just gives you a little bit more movement with the tape to be able to follow the contours of the ankle. Better. And once again, we'll anchor off. Now, right then and there, you can just tidy that up with a couple of strips, making sure it's all tightened in. But there's a few other things we can do. The first is a basic ankle lock. Now for this, we're just going to be coming around the back of the heel, making sure that we don't put too much stress on the actual Achilles. We want to be around the calcaneus, coming underneath and back up. And we're going to run that both directions round. Now, if you need it really solid, you can do that twice around each of those. We're just going to do one of those today. And then we're going to anchor off. Now, one of the other things I like to do is actually just overwrap it with a bit of EAB. Again, this is not essential, but it does add a little bit of compression. And we're effectively just going to now start wrapping that around in the pattern of our ankle locks. And then we're just going to tape off that top portion. All right. A couple of checks we just then want to follow up with. The first is that we actually still have capillary refill. So we want to push the nail and make sure that it's turning pink again in a regular time, usually within a second or so. Same thing, you can use the skin under the toe if you're finding that someone has nail polish on or bruised toe and you can't see. Do a quick check, make sure that we don't have any little triangles of skin poking through. That will get irritated. And the last thing is, let's get you standing up for me, Rowney. And just try to actually roll the ankle. Does it feel like it's stopping that motion? Yep. Now, we should still be able to get some flexion and extension. Now, if you really need to cinch the ankle down, there are some more advanced techniques that we can do, but in this particular case, that is sufficient just to help provide support to stop that lateral movement.